Before Dragon Ball Super expanded on a story, we had largely been left just to wonder what future Trunks had been up to since returning to his own timeline. After the Cell games, all we knew is that he went home, defeated androids 17 and 18, and a few years later in Imperfect Cell. What if instead of facing off against Goku Black, his time travel adventures happened to be observed by divine beings? And what if now those same beings would like a word with them? The Dark Dragon Balls. Waking up in a bizarre place, Trunks tries to get his bearings. Looking around, we spot a couple of buildings and a tree and what appears to be an enclosed bubble floating about the universe. But an angry little creature can be heard screeching, "Hey, you!" Lunging. Although taking a swing and a miss, she hisses that he's an idiot. Gracefully face-planting, she gets up and sniffles. How dare you go about messing around with time? This is unprecedented. Even I, the Kaioshin of time, don't know what to do with you. As the young man still finds himself a little completely confused, the supposed Supreme Kai of Time reaches out her arm to try to stop him from speaking. Oh no, there's no explaining your way out of this one. Unraveling a scroll, she continues. "'Cause you see, I've got proof." Showcasing a map of some kind. I've never seen any place like this in history. What were you thinking creating something like this? As she feebly chops at him, demanding to know his goal and to turn himself in, he asks, "What are you talking about? I don't know anything about that place." Quickly convinced, she sheepishly beckons. "Huh? Really? You didn't make this?" Again affirming, "No." Returning to her manic state, "You're kidding! Don't tell me there's something else screwing with time too!" Although a little put off by how loud she is. Trunks finally has to question what this place is. Elaborating, "This is the Time Nest, a place where we watch over the flow of time. I, the Kaioshin of time, and Toki Toki, the bird that moves time, guard over time as a pair. The reason you got called here is because I caught you trying to manipulate time with that vehicle you call Time Machine." Shocked by his apparent affront, "So you're saying the fact that I was traveling to the past and the future is a problem?" And of course it is! Even if I, as the manager of time, make one little mistake changing history, everything could be totally ruined. His stomach dropping at this realization. He does his best to express his remorse. "I had no idea, but still, I'm sorry." The Kaioshin of time focuses her eyes back on the scroll as she replies, "Well, at least you finally seem to understand the seriousness. At any rate, if you didn't make this place, I'd better hurry up and find out what did." Interjecting, Trunks requests, "About that, could you take me there with you?" A remark that he wasn't expecting to hear. He explains, "If my using the time machine caused any issues, it doesn't seem like just an apology will do. So can I help while you look for the source?" Quickly trying hard to decide upon this. She thinks to herself, "I don't think he's lying, and I don't sense any evil intent from him either. Plus, as the manager of time, I can't just let him go like this." Showing Piccolo wasn't the only tailor in our series. The Kaioshin of time gifts Trunks with a new set of clothes, replacing his usual blue jacket with a black trench coat. Detailing, "Under my supervision, I give you permission to interfere with space and time. I call it the Time Patrol. Pretty cool, huh?" Though not impressed by this, probably because Xenoverse lovingly drove the concept into the ground, Trunks apprehensively questions if they should get going. His new employer? Not immediately enthused by his sense of spirit. Arriving at the aforementioned location the Kai believed Trunks had created, she tells how this is a place that has never existed in history. A place with no history. She shushes them to be quiet. There's someone here. Introducing us to our sinister trio. What appears to be a woman, a man, and wasn't this supposed to be Trunks' arc that didn't feature Goku Black? The woman starts. Just being near it, I can feel it. The power of the spirit energy Curie. Only a little more for us to gather before we're completely freed. But free from what or who? Go, Mira. If you enter this Terran space-time and battle more strong fighters throughout history, we can get another large amount of Curie. The man, the one without the Goku hair, responds. Leave it to me, Lord Toa. Signifying the pecking order of the group. Cueing the Kaida shout. Source discovered! Wait right there! Ta-da! We're the Time Patrol, and we're bringing you in for messing with time! Again, Trunks can't quite harness his inner Saiyaman and finds himself a bit embarrassed by the bravado. However, at the realization the villainous trio is unmoved by her authoritative demeanor, she pleads, Come on, Trunks! I need you to do the pose too! Otherwise, I'll look totally lame! But he only implores the Kaioshin and focuses on them instead. And overhearing the title Kaioshin, Toa wonders aloud. Oh? A Kaioshin who rules over time? As Mira fires a blast at our heroes, he barks at them not to get in Lord Toa's way. The deity coyly requests, how about they slow things down a little? As Trunks and Goku go at it, Toa instructs her underling to work together with the masked one and take that guy down at once. Something dawns on him. He can't move his body. The Supreme Kai of Time, seen with her arms reaching towards him from a distance. That's my time-stopping power. Freeze! I've stopped time around your bodies. Meaning, as soon as Trunks makes quick work of the third guy, they'll be able to wrap things up pretty quick. Looks like our time-traveling hero is having a bit more trouble than anticipated. Already a bit bloodied up by whoever this guy is. With his partner questioning if he's okay, he tells her not to worry. And though he says that, on the inside he knows this guy is incredibly strong. So it's time to get serious. Cracking the mysterious fighter's mask, the Kaio discovers newfound confidence in the young Saiyan. He can really do it. Though for Mira, to be disgraced like this, in front of Lord Toa who made me. The evildoer is somehow able to break through the freeze. He's fast! But with his mask broken, Goku intervenes and stops Mira. He rubs his head and says to himself, "Feels like I finally woke up." And if that scar on his face is of any indication, Toa scoffs to herself. So we broke through our mind control. But mind control? The Kai asks. Obviously, we know this man to be Bardock, Goku's father. However, this isn't something any of our characters could have any knowledge of. Seems like Toa and Mirror traveled back in time, kidnapped and mind-controlled him. He notes how he seems to have given our Time Patrol duo some trouble, acknowledging he was being controlled. As Trunks assures him it's fine. He gives him a good look. A tail? Is he a Saiyan? Plus, his voice and face resemble Goku's. Breaking his train of thought, Bardock warns him not to just stand there. He's coming. Pushed back by the two of them, with the weight of failure in his voice, Mirror utters. I'm sorry, Lord Toa, for displaying such a shameful battle. She reinforces that it was a splendid battle. They've gathered the Kyrie they needed. Using her staff, she taps on the energy container and suggests, let's depart for now, shall we? But the time Kai retains her temporal grip and hollers she won't let her go. When Toa strips off her cloak to reveal, well, aside from her belly button and a little bit of underboob that I'm just now noticing, but a clear view of her face as well, she announces she's had enough of not being able to move. The deity can only feebly call for her to stop, but unable to actually do anything to prevent the pair's next move. Toa quells for her not to lose her temper. She will understand everything soon enough. When the Dark Demon Realm is released. But given that horrified expression, the rogue puts together the pieces. Oh, you understand, don't you? Miss Kaioshin of Time. See you. Letting the situation settle, it doesn't seem like there are any clues left here. Still, having found the source of the problem, they can go back to the Time Nest for now. Trying to get a little bit of information out of the Masked Warrior, Bardock explains. Sorry, I can't help. I don't remember anything from the time I was brainwashed. Trunks responds. It's okay, but seeing your face got me wondering. Is Son Goku, or rather Kakarot, your... When the Kaioshin dashes in to stop him, demanding to know, what are you doing? We're leaving now! Dragging him away, she waves the Saiyan off. Okay, bye! I'll overlook your involvement in all of this, so just forget we were ever here. Got it? The look left on his face says there's still much Bardock knows he doesn't know. Off screen, Trunks argues there's still something he wanted to ask. But she warns him not to interfere with history more than necessary. Hearing this, the formerly brainwashed Saiyan smiles as he turns to leave, very likely privy to much more than he leads on. Taking to the sky, possibly to figure out his place in a time that's not his own, we turn our attention back elsewhere. From outside one of the buildings at the Time Nest, Cronoa, the Supreme Kai of Time, is heard shouting, ah, jeez! What the heck is going on? We can't just leave that place like it is. But should I catch that Toa person first? I'm worried about the Dark Demon Realm too. Why does everything have to happen all at once? Interjecting, Trunks questions what exactly is the Dark Demon Realm. And it'll take a while to explain. His new partner will put it simply. There's a space where an army of evil sorcerers were imprisoned. The Dark Demon Realm is a world built by those sorcerers. Cronoa has heard of people leaving the Demon Realm before, such as Deborah during a short romp with Babidi. But to think they've been able to get this far. When a dark, ominous voice chimes. Evil. That's quite a way of putting it. As the demonic Demigra makes his first appearance. Upon our half-Saiyan hero questioning who he is, it's one of those aforementioned sorcerers, but he was supposed to have been sealed off from space-time. She demands to know how he got into the time nest, also informing they heard from his friends. What does releasing the demon realm mean? But friends, he joylessly queries.
My days of serving them are long past. I have no interest in the demon realm or other shadow worlds. Instead, with the magic power I've acquired over the years, I can conquer everything in this world. For that, I will absolutely obtain both that bird and your position as the Chausha of time.
Following these menacing words, Demigra further taunts while appearing to make his escape.
Look forward to it, won't you?
As Trunks goes to protest, Cronoa ponders. To think that in the years they were imprisoned, all these different factions have formed. The situation is worse than I thought. Things have really gotten bad. Although the young man is motivated to go after the villain immediately, the Supreme Kai slumps her shoulders as she holds Toki Toki. She laments. The burden of moving forward is too great. You've done enough. I'm sending you back to your world. He argues. Those guys' power were way out of the ordinary, but that just means until they make their next move. I have to get stronger too. I can't just stand by and let this happen, prompting her to utter his name. She reaches her hand towards his forehead. It would be tough on my own, that's for sure. So I'm asking for your help once again, and to help you get stronger quickly. I'm calling in the strongest warrior from your memories. She means Goku? Dressed a little bit different from the iteration we know. Wherever this Goku came from, he clearly knows Trunks somehow. With our evil duo. They've gathered at the base of a black orb at a tree of some kind. Taking a page out of Babadi's playbook, Toa announces, "Here is the energy we've gathered from strong fighters. Now revive and lead us once again." With the stolen power, from the orb emerges an old man, Lord Mechikabura. He can't help but grin ear to ear at the situation.
You've been a great help. It's been a long time, my dear servant Toa.
She implores she is not worthy of such praise. If only he knew how much she's longed for this day. Standing, the old-timer mentions how he can't move as he'd like. His underling assures they have a solution to this. He'll use these. Revealing a Namekian. Actually, this Namekian looks rather familiar. He's even wearing the exact same clothes as Kami or Dende. So is this one of those two or someone else entirely? Toa continues. The 7 balls created by this man are said to possess the mysterious power to grant any wish. But as we see, the Namekian doesn't have the Dragon Balls themselves. Instead, the statue to create a new set altogether. An enthralled Mechikabura responds.
Oh, now that is interesting. With that power, I could regain my youth and take revenge on the Chausha of time.
So it appears there's a history between our two forces. This villain was likely stirring up trouble, so Cronoa sealed him away. He instructs them to begin at once. The balls are created and scatter in every direction. Ignorant to how the orbs work, the wizard looks at himself, not feeling any different. He demands his lessers explain themselves. So chiming in order to have a wish granted, one must gather all 7 Dragon Balls first. And Dragon Balls? Toa questions. You mean those orbs of light that just flew away? She didn't know this would be something so bothersome. As she tries to offer her apologies, he waves his staff and quells it's alright.
I've already found one. Somehow, it looks like they've flown beyond space and time. We'll go retrieve them at once. Before that, Toa, come here. I'm going to grant you a new power. The power of the demon gods!